Hello and welcome to Throwdown Your Questions, episode 57. I am your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez
Kept you waiting, huh?
and Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
All right, Brian is missing in action. We don't know what happened, and Brett will be here with us soon. We got a really good show tonight, man. A lot of shit talking will be done by me and Chris and Manny. I don't, maybe not so much Manny, but me and Chris for sure. You should have heard this show beforehand, man. Oh,
Hey, man.
boy. This is a crazy ass week, man. Like, because something big happened, like while we were recording Throwdown, and we weren't able to talk about it. So we'll talk about it today. And it was all Microsoft and Xbox Live and numbers and things. But let's start things off with our boy, Final Stage Boss. Watch Dogs was the only game this gen that I started but couldn't finish because I didn't like it. What game or games did you start and couldn't finish because you didn't like it? Let's stick to this generation specifically, because if we talk about everything, this goes back to the question we answered about which games did you return. You know?
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll go. I started Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and I didn't finish it. And why? Because I'm sick of Call of Duty, and I had one more bowl, like you have another bowl of Captain Crunch, and you think, oh, I like this hero, why did I stop eating it? Oh yeah, it cuts the roof of my mouth. And I played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and I just was like, I don't care. I don't care. I just gave up. So that's the only thing I can think of this year. Difference though, I didn't finish The Witcher 3, but I like that game.
Yeah.
It's a game I didn't like. I'm done with Call of Duty. To be honest with you, I can't take it anymore. I was like, I give it one more chance. Yeah, no, I'm done.
Yeah. I wish Brett was here for my answer because I know he would have something to say. Don't starve, man. I shook that shit off like 2 hours in. I'm like, what is this? Like, you know, it was like I didn't get the game. I like you have to you're just in the woods and stuff, and you have to keep dying over and over and over again and slowly figure things out. I'm like, no, this is not fun. Fuck this game. And then there was another one, The Road Not Taken. Again, it was one of those things like, what is going on here? I don't understand this. Stupid games. I turned that off. So that's my list right there. I've been pretty good about games this generation, but. Yeah, those two, especially Don't Starve, no thank you. And it sucked because that game looked cool. I like the art style. I like that little Edgar Allan Poe-looking dude, you know? But no. Manny, what about you? Did you start anything that you didn't finish?
Watch Dogs.
Oh, Watch Dogs, just like Final Stage Boss, man.
Watch Dogs, man. I just can't even bear to put that thing back into my console. That's how disappointedly annoyed I am with that game. Because it's like, in theory, it should have been cool. It should have been modern Assassin's Creed, and nowhere near as close to that.
Yeah, man. Hey,
but at least it's not glitchy like Unity.
Yeah, that is true. I'll take that off your hands, by the way, if you don't want it.
If you want Watch Dogs, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, because I gave my copy to Emily. Hey, I see a dog. Well, let's stop everything we're doing so we can see the dog.
That is Mr. Miles.
It's Mr. Miles.
So yeah, because I gave my copy to Emily because it was just the review copy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, hey, if you don't want it, I'll take it back and I'll have my collection completed again.
Your collection will be complete.
But yeah, Watch Dogs, I didn't hate it. I finished it. I like the side stuff better, but man, what a missed opportunity right there, man.
Yeah, I was. Just the story and it just didn't seem interesting enough for me. And then he's just kind of cliche man who's like, I had all this stuff happen to me. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Gravelly voice.
Yeah, he wants revenge for his family. The typical shit.
Yeah, essentially he's, Cyber Max Payne, and really, I mean, I was hoping that the hacking thing might be interesting, and that was like, it's like arcade hacking. It's just like you press one button, everything explodes.
Yeah, basically. All right, move on. When you buy a new game, do you play single player first or multiplayer first?
What show are you
listening to, man?
What show are you listening to?
That's unanimous, single player, man.
Yeah.
You know us.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I've said it once, I've said it a million times. To me, multiplayer is a vestigial part of video games, man. That's just an add-on. Single player is where it's at, man. So, nope. I never touched multiplayer first. That's ridiculous.
And we're missing Brett, so I'm sure he.
I wish Brett was here because he would get so pissed at me right now for saying that.
No, but like when I say that. Like that's when I buy a game. That's the first thing I do. What do you think? I put down Advanced Warfare. That story is crap.
Yeah.
Like the best part of that game is Kevin Spacey, and I can just pop in a freaking movie if I want to see him.
Yeah, you
you
can
can
watch the show he's on Netflix if you
Yeah, I
want.
can watch House of Cards.
Yeah, so yeah, we're all unanimous. We don't need to go further into this question. Come on
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Come on now. Multiplayer, whatever. All right, the last question here. This is a fun one. What video game genre do you hate?
Ooh.
This is my thing. I don't hate any genre. I just don't like some genres. I guess the only genre I could get close to hating is the endless runners on mobile. Crap. Total shit. You know?
Yeah. Oh, you can't stop running. It's like, why do I keep
Yeah,
running? Like, why
exactly.
can't I stop and think?
Yeah, it's like, let me stop, man. Like, I don't want to keep doing this anymore. I really don't like that. But yeah, I can't say like, oh, I hate it. No, I don't really hate genres. I'm just like,
just like that.
yeah,
Yeah. It's just I'm not a fan of some things.
like I guess like the typical hack and slash game, like fucking Dynasty Warriors.
But even something, even some, the thing is that you won't, you'll not play it. But the thing is that if something comes along that's the right, of that, then you're like
Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, Bayonetta, then I'm down. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So
every genre that I don't like has games that I do like, so I can't hate the whole genre.
mm-hmm.
And RTS, I don't dislike them. It's just not my thing, MMO, same thing. It's just not for me. I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't really have anything I hate, really. I sports games, they're just not my thing either. I don't really hate them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is a genre per se, but I guess anything that makes you pay to win, I hate. That I hate. But that's not exact genre.
Pay to win game.
Yeah. Manny, what do you say?
I can't say the same thing either. I don't really hate any genres. I'm usually open to pretty much everything that is out there. I mean, I guess the one game I don't really care for is those kind of online arena shooter type games. But even there could be something that might surprise me someday. So, yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, I don't think it's a genre. Like, what would you consider Myst? Because I hate Myst.
Oh, you hate Myst. Well, Myst is like, I was gonna say point and click adventure game, but it's not.
It's
really.
not, because I played many adventure games before that. Like, I used to love the King's Quest games. I played all the Quest games Sierra had: Police Quest, Space Quest, Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tag. I used to play all those games. The Lucas Games stuff back then, Grim Fandango, Full Throttle. I used to love those games, but Myst pissed me off, man. It didn't even feel like a game. It's like I feel like I'm walking through Microsoft Encarta here. This is fucking boring. So, but I like the whatever else is in that, if you call it like a puzzle game or whatever. I like that genre, but I hate that game. So
okay, so it's just that game then. It's just that game.
Myst game.
I don't know why that popped in my head. I'm like, fuck, I hate Myst.
Like, man, fuck Myst. All right, moving on here. Our boy Michael. Why do Xbox fans find the word Xbone offensive? Because it makes you think of boners. That's why. That's the thing. It's like, it just sounds really silly. So maybe that's why they find it offensive. I find it interesting that they find it offensive. Why are you getting offended over that? Like, is the Xbox your mom? Like, why are you getting offended? Who the fuck cares?
Yeah. I mean, nobody told Microsoft to name the console Xbox One, which is a stupid name to begin with.
Yeah, be offended over that name. Xbox One is a retarded-ass name. When I said retarded, Tony, Xbox One, that's what we called the original one back in the day. You just confused everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have a good answer. They're just angry.
Yeah,
they're always angry. They're like the Hulk. They're always angry.
Yeah, Xbox fans and anger, they seem to go one in hand now, man, because they're boycotting everything. Maybe they're gonna boycott that name somehow. I want to see them get to a point where they boycott Xbox One over something. That's what I want to see. I want to see the levels get to that level.
We're so mad we're not going to buy Xbox One.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know, but I wanted to get to that level. Why not? Oh, man. All right. My man Fern Gully, before the questions, he has some things to tell us. He goes, amazing show, guys, amazing show. The fans demand at least one show done with fake as fuck cartoony GTR voices. I mean voices. That was a little dig at Gamer Tag Radio. We love Gamer Tag Radio here, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anthony Pena and my man Paris. All right. So he has some things to say to some of us. He goes, Brett, I know exactly who you were referring to with the scruffy beard shave parody. You made me spit out my beverage on my damn windshield. Please warn me before you do that shit next time, man. That show is funny as hell. Buff short guy mania. And then he goes, Emilio, the fans need you to initiate the Mad Hatter voice more often and for longer periods of time. It's the funniest thing in life, dude. I think this voice can make you rich as fuck.
King Candy.
All right, so to the questions. Okay, by the way, before I read the question, he actually ends this question off with this. He goes, looks like no one ever came out and answered this question on Throwdown Episode 7. There was just a deafening silence. The question still stands, but just in case you don't want to answer it, I have an alternative. No, we're answering this fucking question. I'm glad you asked this question, boy. Even though we did go through it on the last episode, we're gonna answer it. Okay, the question is, how on God's green earth is it possible that Forza 6 did not even chart in September NPDs? It was the only 1080p 60 frames AAA exclusive game to come out this year. Why the fuck aren't Xbox owners buying it in droves? Sony fans are always the ones accused of not buying games. Now this, hell, even Until Dawn made the top 10. What the fuck? So yeah, why didn't Forza chart?
Well, I'm going to say this. I mean, didn't a Forza game just come out last year?
Yes.
Two Forza games last year, right?
Two Forza games last year.
Five and Horizon were last year.
So, well, no, 5 came out for the launch of Xbox, and then Horizon came out the year after that.
So essentially, for every single year, there's been one Forza game.
Yeah, it's what's it? The annual franchise.
That is and therein lies the problem.
Yep, people are tired. They're sick of it.
As great as the new Forza games are, most people are going to be out there saying like, "Yo, I already own this game. Why do I need to buy the new one? Can't I just get some new cars and call it a day?"
Yeah. To be fair though, the main Forza series has a simulation racer. Forza Horizon is an arcadey open world game.
And therein lies the problem.
Yeah. I believe Forza Horizon did really, really well.
Yes. See, so.
Also, besides certain industry veterans, most people don't give a shit about the frame rate or anything like that. It's a racing game at the end of the day, and it's a racing simulator, so that's really hard to get into.
It's a hard sell.
I love Need for Speed Most Wanted. I'm not the biggest Gran Turismo fan. I don't like doing all that bullshit. I just want to race. So I would prefer like a Forza Horizon over a Forza. And I played Forza 5, and I'm like, you know what? I'm skipping this one. I have Xbox. I'm not getting it. It's not about like the stats of the game. Like, oh, this is a AAA Xbox exclusive. That doesn't fucking matter if it's not interesting. It's another racing game.
Yeah, and let's just be honest here. The racing genre isn't as big as it used to be, especially sim games.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the only one that manages to keep blowing at the water is Gran Turismo. That's like the only sim game that people care about. Everything else, no one gives a shit about. It's kind of done. Unless like arcadey kind of games, they still do well. Obviously, Need for Speed, they do well. Forza Horizon did well, but Forza, no one cares about a sim game. So it makes sense why it didn't chart.
Yeah, if someone made Burnout for Xbox One right now, I'd get that.
Yeah. See. Because that's actually fun, not some simulation crap.
I think it's also, it's not the fact that it's fun. I think people find fun in both games, but I think in general it's a more accessible experience for people who aren't into just into tire, how tires stick to ground and all kinds of other things. I think people in general want to play a racing game where they can just get some fancy cars and maybe adjust one or two things on the car and call it a day.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, there you go. I think that we answered it pretty well right there. Actually, that's what
it's disappointing that their biggest franchise didn't do better. But again, it's like they also released a much more a much more accessible version of the game the year before.
Yeah, exactly. I guess they wasted all their money dropping that fancy ass car, right, from E3 and stuff.
Oh,
Hey, it's always a catch-22 as to whether something will do well or not do well. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, and Brett is here. You see, I kind of good timing too because I want him on the next question. Next question is my favorite question of the week, by the way. We're gonna wait for Brett to get situated here.
I wanna sing a song by Bret Michaels.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a dreamer. It is how it goes.
Even though that's Motley Crue.
Oh shit! I did it again.
oh, look at
Right.
this.
It's getting crazy now.
Yo, man, they're in droves. Who else is gonna come
Actually,
in here? Riku?
Yeah,
You know what? Maybe it's good that Brian could get in on this question.
yeah. We're gonna have.
He's more into the more simulation type of games,
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna work a little bit backwards here, actually, for Brett and Brian, who just joined us both at the same time.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, guys? Okay, we're gonna ask you guys a question because you know us three, man. We've been blowing through these fucking questions. All right, so basically the question is, I'm working backwards. Why didn't Forza 6 chart? We said it didn't chart because it's a simulation game. People don't really care about those, and there's been a million Forza games every year. It's a new one, so there's a fatigue going on. But Brian, let's get your thoughts because you're the racing guy here. Like, why didn't Forza 6 chart in the NPDs last month? Even though it's the only like big AAA exclusive game that came out, not including Mario Maker, if you even count that.
Racing games just don't sell. Like that's the fact. Like racing games just aren't that popular as they used to be. And like, when's the last time that you heard any racing game sell? Like, did Project Cars chart? Did
Nope.
Need for Speed Rivals chart? Did Grid Autosport chart? I don't think so. Last racing game that I know that charted, I think was the Mario Kart. But that's Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So racing games just don't sell as much as they used to, which is a shame. But I think that's why. Brett?
Well, I think like much revolutionary art, it's ahead of its time and a little, feared, and people just can't handle it yet. But eventually, we'll get the business acumen to be able to appreciate the subtle nuances of Forza.
Yeah, because he predicted it would top NPDs and all of that, but it wasn't even on there. So is his acumen off? What is happening? I'm very confused.
Look, I'm sure it did very well if you cut it down to like, racing game sales, but it's a racing game.
Yeah, let's look at the racing NPDs, right? Then it'll be the #1 racing game.
Yeah, maybe.
I think if Forza decided to add rocket launchers and the ability to blow up other cars, maybe that might do better.
That sounds like a game I might be
Forza War.
There you go.
Forza War, exactly. All right, yeah.
Also,
Go ahead.
It's not a seasonal game. It's not a yearly game. It's not like fucking Madden where the lineup
Actually,
changes
it is
every year.
a-
Like
it-
I do
yeah.
understand they come out with new cars every year, but like only a very small percentage. Like even of the people who are like, I like racing cars, I like driving fast in video games. Like not even all of them really care about Forza every year. So you get to a point where you keep getting diminishing returns by going more and more and more and more and more niche. And eventually you get a game where like 6 people really fucking love because it is their everything. It hits all the checkboxes for them, but it doesn't necessarily hit as hard for everybody else. And those are the games that you can't necessarily come out every year with, in my opinion. So it's a weird place between, yeah, they want to update it every year, but yeah, people don't really need a new copy every year.
Yeah, but and like I told these guys, just to make it fair, for the Forza main Forza games come out every other year, and Forza Horizon comes out every other year. But you still get one every single year. Forza, the main ones that we're talking about now, those are simulation games. Forza Horizon, which came out last year, that's the open world arcade type of game. Though that one did well, but the simulation one, not so much. So just keep that in mind. It's not
I would also be interested to see the resolution and frame rate differences between the open world version and the non-open world version.
Yeah, but it's not 60 frames a second. It's 30 frames because it's open world, obviously.
Oh, look at that. The math checks out.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry, but Brett is right. All right. The other question for you guys. Why do Xbox fans find the word Xbone offensive?
Ooh. I mean, other than the obvious dick reference,
Yeah.
you know, it's just got such a ring to it. I don't know. Like you call somebody an Xboner and it makes it sound like they're having sex with their console, and a lot of times that's kind of how it's implied too. So it's just one side has a kind of cheeky, stupid pun, and the other one is, I guess, alliteration. Like Xboner is like, that's a little bit of an insult. Like Sony Pony, that just rhymes.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
I have no idea.
Do you care?
No, not really.
My thing was like Xbox guys get offended over everything. Like, you know, they're boycotting shit, and I told the guys, I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if we get to a point where they boycott the Xbox One itself? Like, it just gets to that level of ridiculousness, you know, since you're just boycotting everything now.
You know, like, my question is, like, why did the Xbox fans not, like, own it or something like that? Like, Xbone is a stupid name. It makes it sound like a penis. Like, why not take the same two syllables and call it, like, I don't know, like, crossbones or some shit like that? Like, why did... I'm not saying it's a good idea, but why has nobody actually tried to own it back? Like, I don't know, make it sound more piratey or something like that. Like, for Christ's sake, just
because these
try
guys
and steer it away from the dick reference instead of just getting so mad. Because if you get so mad at a dick reference, everyone's gonna go.
Everyone's gonna keep doing it.
I think Chris is about to say exactly what I was just about to say. Go ahead, man.
Well, no, I just said they were too angry to come up with something fun. They're just pissed off, and you know, it's just abbreviation of a stupid name to begin with. That was my point. Xbox One is a dumb name. It's an abbreviation of a dumb name, so it sounds dumb. Does it remind you that the name of the console is dumb?
Yeah, that's maybe what I said. You know, I thought you were gonna say big Xbox fans just don't know how to have fun. That's why.
Yeah, no, they don't have. They're just pissed off, man. You came up with a fun name. Oh, crossbones. Yeah, if you could take a joke, then that would be great.
Yeah, but no, you don't know how to take jokes. You just know how to boycott shit.
Dude, if I were an Xbox fan, I would have owned that shit a long time ago. I would put Jolly Rogers on top of everything and been like, crossbones, motherfucker.
No, I would have been like, check out my Xbone, baby. Yeah, I would have owned that shit. I got the biggest Xbone on the yard, man.
Dude, you see my Xbone? It's like 13 inches long.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, oh, man, I would have fun with that, man. Bitches can't get enough of my Xbone.
Dude, I got a big black Xbone.
Yeah. see, you motherfuckers lost your
missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity, man. Oh, man. All right, next one here. This one's fun. Which video game genre do you hate? Brad, by the way, before you answer, I said this. Actually, no, this is for my next one. Never mind, I'm skipping. I'm getting ahead. I want you, the first two things I said here would piss you off, so I want to hear your answer. But yeah, but okay, for this one, what do you hate? We all three of us said like we don't really hate any genres. There's just some that we don't like.
I hate QuickTime.
Ooh, is that a genre though?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, so Heavy Rain, not for you.
No, Heavy Rain actually is a branching narrative storyline game, in my opinion. While its vehicle is QuickTime events, it is not. Its substance is not QuickTime events.
Okay,
God of War, however,
but God of War is like an action adventure game that has everything in it.
It does, but it pisses me off later in the series when it gets super fucking QuickTime event. Like when every enemy death needs a fucking QuickTime event. I'm like, I'm just playing Dragon Quest. Pretty much.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer. I'm guessing.
Dragon Slayer. Yeah, I'm pretty much playing Dragon Slayer at this point, and it's that just bothers the shit out of me. Other than that, I'd say rail shooters.
Oh wow! So you didn't like Virtual Cop back in the day and stuff?
Yeah, fuck Virtual Cop. I'm sorry. I know everybody loves it. Like I cannot stand a rail shooter. I cannot stand it, and that's one of the reasons I kind of also hate like limiting corridor shooters. Like the Order was pretty much a rail shooter. Pretty much.
You know, yeah, here's the funny thing about rail shooters. I used to, Virtual Cop was my shit. Played it all the time, man. I love rail shooters to death. Then I played the Dead Space game that was a rail shooter, and I was like, I don't think I like rail shooters anymore. So I kind of came around. I don't hate it. I just, not my thing. Like I said, you know, same thing applies to RTS games. I don't like them, but, you know, I don't hate them either. They're just there. And the genre that came closest that I hate is the endless runner on mobile. I hate that shit. It's annoying. Like I want to stop and explore. Stop making me run. I don't like that shit. But yeah, most of the genres I'm like, it's not my thing. Brian, what genre do you hate?
Well, I don't really hate genres and like as such. I just tend to avoid them. I guess that the ones that I avoid most are those extreme like simulation games. Like you've seen them like Farmyard Simulator, Rail Yard
Yeah.
Simulator, those
But
type
dude,
of games.
Euro Truck Simulator, you could drive a truck through Europe.
Oh, I can drive a truck through GTA.
Yes, it was just more fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about shifting gears and if your coffee is going to fall out of the cup holder.
I just don't understand them. But then again, I've never really played one, so maybe I'll pick one up eventually and see what they like. And RTSs. Don't understand them. My brain just cannot work like that. Like my brain cannot do like that many things at one time. Sorry.
I'm shocked by this, Brian.
Really?
Well, okay, let me put it this way. Not so much the second one, but the heavy simulation games. And it's because I've noticed a particular weird trend a lot in PC gamings where, and take this as a very bad way to explain it, but PC games have kind of embraced the monotony. They've realized that you can't have a game made entirely of high notes. So if you're flying a spaceship through a game, they're going to make you stop, wander through the spaceship, listen to the creaks and the groans, patch the hull or fix a fuel leak or something like that before you jump back into like fighting guys. And this is probably with the reemergence of roguelikes, but you can't so much just fly a spaceship into battle, have a dogfight, and then go to the next battle. It'll make you stop, find some resources, patch your ship back up, repair. And Mass Effect did a little bit of this too, and that's why I guess it surprises me that you don't kind of enjoy at least a little bit of that monotony, because I'm pretty sure what's the space game you're playing?
Space Engineers?
Elite Dangerous?
Yeah,
Elite Dangerous, yeah.
Elite
Sorry.
Dangerous seems like a lot of that. Like the beauty of Elite Dangerous seems to be, the flying through space, the quiet, the kind of serene peacefulness, which can also be kind of associated with this, for lack of a better term, monotony.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that's why it surprised me. Like, not straight up like I don't understand how anybody likes Euro Truck Simulator either, but I would imagine that you'd like some of the more quasi simulation games.
Again, I've never really tried it, so I don't really know. I just tend to avoid them because I don't think they are my thing. Well, for you, Brett, I shall pick it up someday, and I'll let you know.
I'll let you know a good one when I find one.
All right. The next question here is this one you're like, when you buy a new game, do you play single player first or multiplayer first? All three of us laughed at the same time and said, "Do you guys not watch the show? Do you know what show this is?" Come on, man. So Brett, but we all said Brett probably has a different answer for this one than we all did,
Yeah, I play multiplayer first.
which is weird.
But it only makes logical sense. You're playing against a player base that is only going to get exponentially better with time. So if you
Or stupid and cheaper.
So if you want the fair, level playing field experience, if you can jump in on multiplayer on day one, then you're going to be playing with a bunch of other people who are jumping into multiplayer and playing from day one. And a month later, you're not necessarily, the playing field is going to be completely different. So I oftentimes, if I get a game that has a separate multiplayer mode that I know that I'm going to enjoy, I'll burn out my multiplayer first, and then I'll play my single player game while all the no-lifers are just fucking knife killing each other from across the map.
Oh, Call of Duty jab.
Yeah, it's my way of avoiding the toxic bulk of a community of any new game.
All right, Brian?
Just depends on the game itself, because some games they lend themselves to multiplayer nicely, like Lost Planet 2. Like that game, you kind of have to play multiplayer because the single player AI is kind of shit. So with that, then inherently, I jumped into multiplayer halfway through. But most titles, single player first. There's no real question about that. I don't know how someone could just jump into multiplayer firsthand and then play single player afterwards. It seems like a bit backwards to me.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I said earlier, the multiplayer has always been like an add-on, like a vestigial part of the whole experience. So it's like,
Yeah,
why would you play that first? That's weird.
Because it's
even
vestigial. It doesn't matter. It's like reading a side run of a comic book. Like if you play the multiplayer first, you're learning about the world, you're learning about the environment, and then you play the single player and you learn the story that takes place in this world that you've become slightly familiar with.
Yeah, but isn't it like you play the single player to get used to the controls, and you play multiplayer and know what the hell you're doing? Like the reason I bring this up because one of the few games I did this for was Red Dead Redemption. Like I got it, and my friends like, dude, get on now, get on online now. I got on, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like this is why I don't play a multiplayer first. This is stupid.
Yeah,
You know,
but no,
and then it ruined some of the game for me because I got to see areas that I wasn't supposed to see yet. It's like, oh shit. You know.
I think Red Dead was specifically designed that way. Like it gave you free roam of the entire map. So yeah, playing the multiplayer first was going to let you explore the map unrestricted, and then you jump into single player, and you're going to definitely be restricted. So I can understand the exception to that rule. I'm talking more like uh, Uncharted, for instance, or Assassin's Creed multiplayer, for instance, or Gears of War, for instance. A lot of these things are vestigial is a good word for them. They don't actually matter in the context of the main story, and that's mostly because the story has a narrative that wraps up before the multiplayer happens. So even like the Mass Effect game, like you're not playing Commander Shepard, you're playing another guy who
Yeah.
exists in this same world fighting a far-off war that you hear about throughout the Mass Effect universe. Like, you hear about the fighting going on the front lines, but in multiplayer you play it. So it seems kind of weird to me and backwards in Mass Effect why I would basically save the universe and then go backwards in time to fight a war that I hear about through the main campaign.
Yeah, because that war was taking place, during the middle of it and stuff. But again, that's just one of the things. Like that multiplayer was cool, but why would you jump into that first without? And then my thing is like I'm trying to play the game. This is just me personally. I'm trying to play the game, and everybody's like, Tony, get online, get on. I'm like, dude, I want to play the real game here. Leave me alone. So that's always a little frustrating, a little bit of a non sequitur there, but yeah.
Yeah, but the single player game is always going to be there, and it's always going to be the same experience. It's pristine and it is untouched. The multiplayer aspect of a game is the thing that's constantly changing. The community rises up. That you have a few good weeks where everything's amazing, and then over the next 6 months it gets slowly more and more toxic, and then the game is out of favor, and the only people left playing it are the hardcore no-lifers, where you can't even fucking play because they're just going to obliterate you from the second you step out the door. So there's a very clear bell curve of viable multiplayer time after a game is released. And at least on consoles, this seems to be eschewed completely when it comes to PCs, because PC gamers buy games at random times, they go on sale on random times, they keep communities alive. I have no idea why there's a difference between the PC community and the console community in that way, but the console community definitely has a sell-by date on every multiplayer game that's released, in my opinion.
Yeah, that could be a topic for another day. Actually, very interesting. I didn't think about that. All right, and the last one for you guys. He just says, I'll just get to the heart of it. Basically, what games did you start and couldn't finish because you didn't like it? Specifically, this current gen.
Witcher 3.
Okay, there you go. Brian.
I don't really know. I haven't really finished, not finished any game yet so far this gen. Well, because I didn't like it, I haven't finished Bloodborne because the damn, what's the name? The spider one.
Yeah, Rom, that motherfucker, man.
Yeah. And what else?
Hey, Brian, don't feel bad. I almost gave up the game too because of that motherfucker.
Oh, I'm coming back, just not now. I'm just waiting until like the Game of the Year edition comes out. So everyone should like jump back on again and then be like, "Hey guys, help me out a bit."
Yeah, and then we'll all get murdered by that dumbass spider.
What else? I tend to finish most games. I guess the closest one that comes out, and people will hate me for this, but I don't care, is The Last of Us. I had to force myself to actually finish the game because
Wow.
I got that bored. Like the gameplay was just so boring. The story was the story was pretty crap as well, but the acting in the story was really good, and that's what held me through. Like the performances were top notch. I can't deny that, but the game itself just felt really by the numbers and just, oh god, I am here again. I only really noticed that I was actually at the end because I said to myself, wouldn't it be nice if I had like two of those like infected dudes, and then I turn the corner and guess what I see?
Two super infected dudes.
Yeah, I was like, wow, two super infected dudes. So I must be at the end like now then, and lo and behold, I was. And then suddenly the end happened, and it's like, wow, this totally left field. So yeah, that was the only game that I can think of.
Yeah, just to throw two other Sony exclusives under the bus, Knack and Killzone Shadowfall. I had to force myself to finish those games. They were shit. They were horrible. You know. Oh yeah, Brett, this is the thing that would piss you off because my answer to this for this generation, don't starve. I turned that shit off, man. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? Like you have to just keep dying and dying over and over and over again just to get a little bit further ahead. It was stupid. I didn't like it. Even though I liked the art style. Dumb. And then what was the other one?
You could not have missed the point of that game more completely. The point is to not die at all. It's not Dark Souls.
Yeah, and that's what it seemed like to me. It's like you have to keep dying in order for the game to teach you how to play it. It's like, boring. And then The Road Not Taken, another one of these games. I'm like, what is this? This is stupid.
What is this shit?
Yeah, so yeah, I knew you would get angry at me over and Don't Starve. Sorry, not my thing, man. I like the little Edgar Allan Poe dude, but that's about it.
Yeah, the art style is pretty neat.
Yeah. All right, let's get to Ferngully's other question. This is the question I really want to talk about because we didn't get a chance to talk about this on Throwdown because it happened during the show, basically. Whew. Okay, so give your thoughts on the recent news of Microsoft officially choosing to stop reporting Xbox One shipment numbers. Does this mean anything for the future of creating the next Xbox? Some are saying that it's all PC support from here. So basically, Microsoft's like, we're not going to talk about our console sales. We're just going to talk about Xbox Live subscription numbers. That's what we're talking about now. And then, Chris, you found something interesting by our friend, Mr. Michael Pachter.
Oh yeah, I mean, Pachter gave his predictions for the holidays, but at the end of it, like the end of this whole article talking about Sony's price drop and Microsoft would have the price drop under that to boost console sales only if they were interested in that, he basically said Nintendo has no chance this holiday, like just put the nail on them. He didn't even talk about them this whole thing, and then at the end he's like, oh yeah, they have no chance, by the way.
But yeah, I'm just gonna say, I know you guys are gonna get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. So basically, you know what's going on with Xbox. You know what's going on. They can't talk about how their consoles are selling because they're not selling that well. So let's talk about the one thing they are doing well at, the fucking Xbox Live subscriptions. That's the only thing. They're basically just pushing the mile. What is it? The benchmark forward. It's not even forward. They're putting it somewhere else. Here's like you guys are talking about this, but what about this?
Here's the thing. At least they're being honest about it. The thing is that most of the time, if you ever watch any of those press conferences, even Sony did this. They didn't talk about their console sales. They talked about PlayStation Plus and how well that is doing and how well this other game was doing. They really didn't, they didn't go into all those sorts of details. So other than the fact, I feel like they're just being honest. Like, okay, we're not going to be talking about this because we know we're not doing this.
Yeah, but they didn't say that. They're just like, okay, we're just talking about Xbox Live numbers. That's like if you have two restaurants pitting against each other. It's like, let's talk. They used to talk about how much money they used to make. Now, like, oh no, this is let's talk about how many drinks we serve. We serve more drinks than them.
Tony, I have to jump in because you hit the nail on the head. When you have two people competing against each other, right?
Yeah.
And people are not going to be happy with me for saying this. That is no longer the case, and that's what we're seeing here. And so this is actually kind of a big fucking deal, because this is Microsoft saying we are done officially competing with Sony.
Hold on, Brett. I want you to repeat that again, just so people understand, because you hit it on the head right there. Microsoft has what? They're officially stating that they are done directly competing with Sony. Yep. Exactly right. Exactly right. So if you can't compete with them, let's talk about the one thing they do well, right? Yeah. Well, they're doing a smart thing actually. Like it only looks bad on them to highlight the fact that they're lagging in sales. So the best thing that they can do is highlight their product. So there's a lot of people that are going to hear me saying like, "Oh, this is Xbox rolling over and dying, or giving up, or showing their belly." And honestly, to a certain extent, that is true. That is them taking their dog out of the fight. But it's not them tucking tail and running. It's them being smart about it. That's them being like, my dog's going to get fucking killed in this fight. Like, I'm going to take it out and train it a little bit before I come back.
And that is the most appropriate thing to do, and it is the most responsible thing to do for gamers and their shareholders. So they're going to highlight the good of their system. They're going to highlight the bonuses of their service, and they're just going to try and keep their numbers and their profits healthy, because it is no longer looking good for them to be in the ring taking punches. And that's unfortunately the position they found themselves in, because a lot of people are slow to pick up. They're still paying for their launch issues because it takes this kind of stuff a while to disseminate through the public mindset. So it's going to take them a while to turn around, and nothing has changed in the sense of, like, I still support them. I still wish them the best. I still imagine they're going to work harder and bring an excellent product, but it means that they're done trying to butt heads with Sony.
Yeah, because that fight is not going to be won, so let's focus on something else. Focus on their actual gamer base and all that. Which, yeah, you're right, it's smart, makes sense. But yeah, come on, 'cause there's not even a contest anymore. Even though Michael Pachter has been wrong about some shit, because he is saying that just like I've been saying, PS4 is going to blow the Xbox out the water this console, this holiday season. He actually said something else 2 years ago. Chris, what did he say?
He said PS4 was going to outsell Xbox One, and he said that at launch of the two consoles. He made that prediction, and he's been right. Like, he was actually right about that. And he also said the Wii U was going to tank, and that prediction that during the launch of Xbox One and PS4, he made those two predictions, like about PS4 outselling Xbox One and about Nintendo Wii U sales just dropping off the map. He was right on both of them.
Yeah. Again, Michael Pachter has been wrong about some stuff, but he's been right about that. He's more of an accurate analyst than the in-house analyst that we have at Coalition comment section.
But then, Chris, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. So very.
Well, maybe he doesn't have the business acumen to make.
Brian, what do you make of all this, man?
Good. I stopped caring about console numbers a long time ago, like back towards the end of the 7th generation. I think when the consoles reached around about 60 million each is when I just stopped just caring about numbers in general, because that stuff does not affect me. Like, I don't care how many units Sony and Microsoft sells. Like, as long as they bring out good games and support their systems, that's all I care about. So kudos to Microsoft for doing that. Sony should do the same. Just talk about the system in terms of what are you bringing to the table. That is what I want to hear. I want to hear what are you bringing to the table. Like, okay, you're bringing out a VR headset. Cool. What game are you bringing out? Okay, you're bringing out this type of game. Okay, are you bringing out any other types of games in a similar genre, or are you bringing out anything else like that, or what's going to be up with that? Like, that is what I want to hear. Not, hey, we sold 700,000 units this year or this winter season. Like, I don't care.
It's the same thing we've been saying about their press conferences, where it's like, we don't get, we want to hear what you have. We don't want to hear about how many things you've sold.
Yeah, keep back the sales numbers to like the people that care about that, which I think are like investors and stuff like that. Email them out or have a separate conference with them and say, okay, this is how much we've grown by or whatever, and then just keep to, hey, these are what titles we're shipping with, or these are what features our console's going to have within the next couple of months. Like, that's stuff that I care about, because that stuff affects me.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this as an Xbox fan also, because I have it. Is that I agree with Brett. That's a classy way to change the conversation, and while admitting we're not competing, it's like focus on the pluses and what you're going to do. I 100% agree with that. I think it's a lot classier than some companies, Nintendo, saying like, hey, we're not competing with anybody, we're doing our own thing, and then the next week it's like, hey, we're making a console that's better than those consoles. It's like, which is it? What are you guys, competing? You're not competing? Make up your mind.
Yeah, are you going to stay in your little side of the blue ocean, or are you going to actually come here where everybody else is, on the fun island,
Also, this declaws Sony a little bit. Like, Sony can't grandstand on their sales numbers anymore. They're going to actually have to meet Microsoft in terms of product and service. So if Sony's like, yeah, we sold this many units, and they're like, okay, well, Xbox has shown us these cool games, and we know how thriving their community is. They're pushing all this new stuff, and so it's like, yeah, but we sold so many consoles. Like, the community is not going to put up with that kind of behavior for long. So.
Yeah.
It
So
does a really
that's
good
a
job.
good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing actually. So Sony stops talking about the bullshit and starts talking about the things we actually care about,
Yeah,
games and features.
this is an opportunity for them to put the services together. Like hint hint, take PS Now, give it to PS Plus guys. If you made PS Now free for PS Plus subscribers, man, that would be huge, right? That would
Yeah,
be expanding your service beyond what Microsoft could offer right now because you have a streaming service. Nobody I know uses it. That would be a good
that's true.
opportunity, man.
Exactly. But yeah, very interesting. And Microsoft decided to do that, and so that that would be again one of those things where I said, I'm like, maybe the Microsoft fans are going to boycott them for admitting that. I don't know.
And I'm sure they're pretty annoyed about it, right?
Yeah, they probably are annoyed. Yeah.
The thing is that you just for a second listen to the other side of this, where it's like they're concentrating more on the things that you probably want to hear about. How they're improving Xbox Live, how many games that they're doing, which is really what you as a person who's bought a console should really care about.
No.
Yeah, you already bought the console.
Yeah, you're not reinvesting. Are you still buying Xbox consoles? No.
Yeah, but like
exactly.
I said, it's all about insecurity. These guys are just looking at it like they're achievement points.
Yeah.
It's like the bigger the number, the better, right? Now they can't compare it. There's no EP-ness to hold out. So.
Oh man. But I mean, you should be happy. Now they're going to talk about the shit you should care about, games and features. All right. Next question here by Mr. Ferngully. Many hardcore gamers purchase new games on day one without finishing other games. How do you balance buying new games you want/need and backlog? Is it even possible? The eternal question. How do you balance that out?
For me, sometimes I'll play multiple games at once. But the thing is that they have to be they're games that are not exactly the same game. So playing Mad Max, the new Mad Max game, that I bought that, and playing Metal Gear at the same time would almost be like playing the same game. I can't physically play that, but playing something like Metal Gear Solid 5 and maybe a Grim Fandango at the same time, or something that's just in a different genre, I can do.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have that same problem. Remember, I was playing a little bit of Metal Gear yesterday, and I got fucked up because I'm trying to run and I'm pressing R2, right? And he starts punching. I'm like, why am I punching? I'm supposed to be running. I'm playing Assassin's Creed. R2 is the run button. But it fucked me up. That's why I never play games like this. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where no more backlog for me. Like, because I had this gigantic backlog. I'm like, how am I going to make time for these games? Now I'm like, okay, no more. Forget about the backlog. Just play the new shit. Don't worry about the old stuff. You're not going to get to it, which sucks. I really want. There's a lot of games in my backlog. Look at all this shit. There's a bunch of games I haven't even played yet, but the new games kind of take priority over that shit.
Yo man, you said this would never happen.
I know, and it has happened because just because of the nature of what I do, I have to keep current. I can't.
So Torrance is not bullshitting.
Yeah, no, I've become Torrance Davis. Yeah. Only difference is I still finish my games. That's the difference there. I still finish my games, but yeah, I'm Torrance in a sense where I just play the new shit now because again, the nature of what I do, I have to be current. I can't just play old shit. I'm gonna go play Street Fighter Alpha 2 now. I can't do that. I have to play current game, which sucks, but that's just the way it is. So I don't even try anymore. No, the backlog is gone. It's gone. Forget it. Like I had hopes I was gonna play Witcher 3. Nope, that's not gonna happen. Sorry, Witcher. Sorry, can't do it.
Yo, man, if they make an HD remaster of Witcher 3, I know you jump on that shit.
I'm even done with those, man. I didn't buy Uncharted or any of that. Darksiders, I'm like, nope, can't. I gotta play the new shit now. Even though the HD remasters have gone to the wayside, man.
Well, the thing is that you've already beaten Darksiders. You need to play it again. What are you gonna play it again for?
Just I like that game. You know how
games you like the game.
Yeah, we like to play. We like to play our own games, but I just can't do that anymore. It sucks. Chris, how do you balance it, man?
Oh, I'm the wrong person to ask about balance. I haven't figured that shit out yet. I jump on new stuff all the time. I have a backlog on my log. I have a backlog on Steam. I have Xbox Live games I haven't touched because I jump on something or I'll try something and be like, oh, but this happened, or Witcher happened, Metal Gear happened, then Fallout's gonna happen. I have so much shit I haven't even played. It's so bad.
Oh man, it's bad. Yeah, but Brian and Brett, because you guys have Steam, so this one must be exponentially worse for you guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
So how do you balance it? Do you even balance it? Is it possible?
It is. You just need incredible organization. A good strategy that I've learned is to try and go through about 2 games at a time, but make sure that they're very different games, like different genres completely, and tend to go for if you're doing like a very like lengthy game like The Witcher 3, just then like the other game should be like very short, very to the point, like a puzzle game, so that way you're not getting too monotonously bored. Like, don't try and do like Witcher 3 and Metal Gear at the same time
Oh
because you'll
man.
just end up killing yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
you probably want to do like I think a long time ago. What were we playing? I know it was one. It was Uncharted and Portal that I was
Yeah,
doing.
that kind of worked.
That worked.
Yeah, like right now, I did stop playing it. I was playing Metal Gear and Talos Principle, and they work because Talos Principle is just a puzzle game. There's no action in it or anything like that.
yeah. Another good way to sort of do it out is just not buy every single new game the day it comes out. That's
Oh man.
something that just happens. Like me, there've been like a ton of games that have come out so far. Yet last game that I bought was Witcher 3, all the way back in, was that May?
Yeah, something like that.
So,
Yeah, me.
So since then, I haven't bought a single new game yet, mainly because all the games that I look forward to are delayed till next year. Like The Division, Need for Speed on PC, which is fucking stupid, but hopefully it'll be good this time. And did I tell you, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen coming out on PC next year?
Oh shit. There you go, man. I know you're gonna jump on that.
Yeah, Blackstar was telling me about that on Twitter.
Nice.
So next year will be kind of insane for me. So this year I'm trying to like just finish up all the titles that I want. I am tempted to get into the new Assassin's Creed, but I'm not too sure yet. So
Yeah.
it just
Right,
seems to be just like balancing out your time and making sure that you don't take on too much at the same time, and then eventually you'll chip away at it. Depends on how fast you go through. And of course, don't try to platinum games unless they're very short games.
Unless you're Riku. My
Yeah,
man, he's pretty organized about his games.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You need really good like time management skills, which I don't have. I'm pretty sure I could probably pull this shit off if I had good. I do not. I'm terrible with it. Hey Brian, but I would say you should play the new Assassin's Creed eventually because I was talking to Gary about it. And I was just asking him questions. As a British person, he thought he dug it. Just seeing how London used to be and stuff back in the day. So yeah, just from that standpoint. But yeah, Brett, what about you, man? How do you balance it all out? Do you balance it? Is it possible?
I think I do a pretty good job. The fact that we don't have a whole lot of superfluous income makes me have to kind of choose the games that I do get. And beyond that, like I kind of have different styles of games for different times and different moods. Like I always have a bread and butter type of game, and that's usually like a Skyrim or Dark Souls or something like that. Something that I'll go back to and play to to kill the time. It's the equivalent of other people's Call of Duty, or Destiny fills that role for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then I'll usually have a cinematic or a narrative game that I'll take a break from that game to go play for a while, and then on the side I'll have a puzzle game, a building game, an RTS or something like that. Like right now I'm playing Dark Souls and Besieged, and that good secondary game is good for like Civilization or Kerbal Space Program or Don't Starve. Games that you almost qualify more as an activity than a narrative game, I guess. Yeah. So that's why, like, man, I want to fight some bad guys. I'll go play Dark Souls. Or if I don't feel like being stressed out or rushed, I'll play Besiege, where I can just sit around and tinker and build little inventions and things like that. That was what Minecraft was actually good for back in the day before everybody got horribly bored of it. You could play your awesome explodey, killy, shooty game and then go be like, and I'm gonna build a house on this prairie. So it fulfills your different needs, and I kind of feel like there's two kinds of games. There's games where you destroy and there's games where you create, and I find that pairing them up works really well.
Awesome. All right, and the last question here by Mr. Frank Galice. We now have seen half to most of what this holiday has to offer in terms of exclusives. Do you agree that this is the best Xbox games lineup ever? If not, why? Who wants to field this one? We know why he's asking this question, obviously. But yeah, it's a good question. Is it the best Xbox holiday season ever? I mean, they have Halo, they have Tomb Raider, they have Forza, they have some other stuff.
I don't know why he's asking this question.
You wink, wink, right?
No,
Well,
that flew over my head. What am I missing?
don't worry about it.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, man.
Forget about it.
Chris, you're the Xbox guy here. Is this the best Xbox Live or best Xbox whatever lineup ever in the holiday?
Not ever. I'd say this is the strongest lineup they've had for the Xbox One. Like that would be a more accurate thing to say. I think they have some strong stuff. They're making bundles, but to be honest, I'm only interested in about half of it. You know, I mean, I will play Halo 5 for sure. I don't care about Forza. And to be honest, like, do I need Tomb Raider right now? No, because I'm gonna play Fallout 4. So I'll probably wait, and that thing will come out on PS4 anyway, and that's when I'll probably get it. Just being honest. So yeah, there's choices there, but there's like, I don't know. Besides Halo 5, it's that, but if it's not as strong as people think it is, it's like okay. And Forza, like Brian said, racing is niche, and people are not digging that as much. People probably pick up Tomb Raider, I guess, and I don't know. I don't I don't really know what to say, because to me it's like there's games I enjoy. I'm not really comparing it. I'm not in one camp or the other camp, right? I just play both, and I enjoy both. So it's like I have games on both I'm going to play. I'm going to play Halo, but to be honest, like I'll play Halo for a little while. When Fallout 4 comes out, I'm jumping right on that,
How the fuck are you going to release Rise of the Tomb Raider the same day as Fallout 4? Like, seriously. Like, come on, man. They're just committing suicide, Square. That's ridiculous.
Like, we hate selling video games.
Yeah, right? Shit, I guess they're like, fuck it, we're going to sell it on PS4.
Unless they have hope out of hope, because remember, Mad Max came out the same day as Metal Gear.
I was just about to say that.
That's a great point, actually. That's a great point. You never know, right? Oh, man. Anybody else want to jump on this question? We know why he asked it, but, why not answer it?
I wouldn't go as far as saying that this is like possibly the best lineup of a current gen console so far, because what other console has had such a strong lineup in general for the fall?
Yeah,
I mean, tell you one thing, it's not the PS4.
Yeah, I mean, compared to, and especially this holiday season, yeah, I mean, the Xbox One kind of lives by default, doesn't it?
Yeah, like
it does.
The Wii U and
the Wii has nothing. They would have had Star Fox if they deleted that.
And Zelda, nothing. Right?
And Zelda, like my theory. You heard me on Throwdown. You know what I said about Zelda. So.
But wasn't Zelda supposed to be this year?
Hey kids, Santa ain't bringing you Zelda unless you got an NX. They'll say that.
I think Zelda's still on that screen behind Miyamoto.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's move on here. But yeah, it's definitely the best Xbox One lineup in holiday. Definitely better than PS4's lineup. So I know PS4 guys are gonna get angry at us too, but whatever. It's the truth.
Here's the thing. It's like a spade is a spade. Come on.
Listen, I'm just saying, because every time we say it, and remember how PS4 guys usually don't come at us? They come at us when we say that. When we say that the Xbox has a stronger lineup. Guys, it's true. It does. It's there. Really. You can't. Come on, man. Like, don't let that fanboy shit cloud you. The PS4 doesn't have as many big exclusives as they do. Xbox does. If they do, I'd like to hear them. I'll wait.
So, like, we have Tearaway and
yeah, I'll wait. Come on, man, you ain't got nothing, man. I own a PS4. There's nothing. I got Fallout 4. There you go, and that's not even like exclusive. It's crazy. All right, next.
We'll play Assassin's Creed and Metal Gear until something new comes out.
Basically. All right, let's go. Next one, Maximum Graphics.
I like that name.
Yeah, that's an awesome name.
You can say it right, Tony.
Oh. I don't want to mess up the dude's name. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, for old time's sake.
All right, Maximum Graphics.
For those of you who remember the Warzone.
Yeah, that's for the Warzone. But Maximum Graphics. All right. He goes. Great show once again, guys. I always look forward to listening to a new episode from you guys. I especially like the recent one where you had hip hop as a guest. Thank you. That was a
Thank
fun
you very
episode.
much. We didn't get a little, you know, we didn't get that much comments about that one. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. The first one is, yeah, some good questions too. Why is it a common notion that gaming peripherals are usually poorly made? You know, things like gaming headsets, mice, keyboards, etc. Is this notion true for any of you? If it is, what peripherals do you break most often? Can you suggest good quality brands of peripherals that you will use for gaming? By the way, I want to commend this guy for proper use of commas too. Thank you for that. Okay, the notion stems from old school shit, man. Like Mad Cat was the fucking worst when it came to.
Oh, they're notorious. Yeah.
It's even hard for a lot of older gamers like us to kind of get over the fact that Mad Catz actually makes decent products now.
Yeah, because Mad Catz you associated with shitty quality. Every Mad Max I would buy would break within like a month or less. It was shitty. Everything they made, fucking memory cards, controllers, everything was shit.
No, I think that crown's been taken by Nyko now. Nyko now makes the crap peripherals for consoles. Between intercoolers, batteries, whatever, do not buy Nyko stuff, man. This is bad.
Yeah, so I mean, because of Mad Catz, I haven't really bought any gaming peripherals for a long time. Like, I reluctantly bought the fighting game controller for PS4, but that was made kind of by actually no, it was Hori made. I'm like, I know Hori does some good stuff. Let me buy it, and it worked well, you know. But even still, I'm like, is this thing gonna break on me? Because I still remember Mad Catz and how shitty they used to be. So yeah, where does all this come from? Mad Catz. They sucked.
But not anymore.
Not anymore.
Apparently, I still wouldn't buy Mad Catz, but apparently they're good now. You know, but that's where the notion came from. Mad Catz and all those other guys that make these shitty fucking controllers and stuff.
I think at some point they realized their reputation with gamers was very low, and they decided to kind of up their game.
Yeah, I wonder how they broke through. Where like, hey guys, this is actually good. Try it. And people were like, no, man, I'm not doing Mad Catz, man. I ain't trying your shit. Like
well,
who was the one guy?
You know what? You just wait long enough, and then eventually people forget. Like our good buddies at Gold Star.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because you know those LG phones, Gold Star, they just rebranded themselves.
Oh man.
Gold Star used to be, you know, LG, or you know,
it's Lucky Gold Star.
Lucky Gold Star.
That's what it stands for.
So they changed their name so that what is it there? That stigma, they didn't have to deal with the stigma of the lousy products that they used to make.
Yeah, exactly. Just change their name. So yeah, and then, you know, gaming peripherals, you break them with controllers, obviously. I mean, any third-party controller I would destroy within like a few weeks. My regular controllers take a beating. Those third-party ones don't stand a chance.
The thing is, I've never broken any of my controllers.
By the way,
my controllers.
I need to stop the show right now. Look how fucked up my keyboard is. You see this shit? Like, this is what I do to my keyboard. My controllers get even worse. Look at the E key, and it's like sunken in, man. It's all fucked up. So yeah, I need, you know, if you're gonna make a third party accessory thing, you need to take a beating from me, man.
Yeah, like for me, none of my controllers have ever really broken, or and at least in the old days with the Nintendo or the Genesis, I knew how to. They were easy enough to fix, where I could open them up and fix the little rubber pad and stuff inside of them. But I mean, as far as my controllers, I have all the controllers that I've had originally, and they're all in good condition. The thing is, if you need your controller broken in, there's only one man to go to.
Right here, baby.
Tony. He literally presses every single button so hard that, like, literally an hour of play will give you maybe a year's worth of breaking in.
That's true, man. So if the regular controllers just barely make it for me, imagine those third-party ones destroyed them, man. I play hard. But the other second part of the question was, what are some good ones now that you recommend? I can't answer because, again, I don't buy Hori.
Yeah, I don't.
Hori, I guess they make good stuff, fighting games, you know.
Yeah, I can't really name. Yeah, it's probably the wrong person to ask about this. I've never really bought too many like third-party controllers. I mean, I only bought, like, in the recent years. And this is a long while ago. I bought like this really crappy GameStop Wii GameCube controller because I
remember that
needed
shit. Yeah.
just because I needed a new controller, and that's all they had. But that thing was the worst piece of shit ever.
Yeah, they did the same thing to me. I needed a wired Xbox controller, and they sold me their GameStop brand piece of shit. And I think the D-pad stopped working on that thing like a month into having it. It was just crap. But that's the GameStop cheap shit.
The GameStop brand. Yeah.
Brand, yeah, it's garbage. He mentioned also gaming headsets and stuff. I mean, I like Turtle Beach. I mean,
Turtle Beach
recommended this headset, and I love it. Astro makes good headsets.
And by the way, we're not just saying that because we kind of get endorsed by Turtle Beach every once in a while. You know, they have a little coalition blurb on the box. We're not saying that because of that. They generally make good shit. Look at Amazon; they get good product placements and all that. So you know, it's not because of that. But yeah, Turtle Beach is good. I need a Turtle Beach because that headset that comes with a PS4 fucking sucks. Headset. It's a little piece of shit earbud. You know.
It's the same thing that you get with any of their cell phones.
That cheap ass earbud that if you put it in too hard, like your eyeball feels like it's about to pop out. Like, come on, they should have put a warning on that shit. You know?
eyeball pop warning.
Yeah, you want to talk about cheap peripherals. The thing that comes with the PS4, that thing sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Well, the thing is, it's the thing that comes with it. Well, how was the Xbox headset that came with the original Xbox 360?
It's fine. It goes over your ear. It doesn't go in your ear. The stupid thing goes in your ear, and it was made for like, I don't know, a giant. It's like the Hulk's earbud, and you're trying to shove it in your normal ear canal.
Yeah, exactly. Turtle Beach is good. What else makes good stuff?
Astro Gaming, they make good stuff.
Brian unmuted himself. I know you were about to say something, Brian.
Oh, sorry. I was actually about to sneeze.
Oh, damn it.
I don't know. I mean, I have a Logitech keyboard and mouse. They're all right. I don't know. I don't have a gaming like a Razer mouse or anything, so I don't know about that. I mean,
you don't use a trackball, Chris?
A track? Who the hell uses a trackball?
Oh man, that's all the rage of PC gamers now, man. Get that trackball out.
Wait, really?
Wait, they're PC gamers here. Like, Brian, you use a trackball? Like, who uses a trackball?
No, I know a couple of guys that play PC, and they're like, yeah, man, trackball, you should totally invest in one. I'm like, what?
Nah, that's crazy talk. They're still watching Laserdisc if they're pushing a trackball.
Ask them to play Dark Souls with a trackball, and then come talk to me.
Exactly.
I would be super impressed.
Well, there was that guy that played like Dark Souls with like a Guitar Hero controller once.
So it can be done.
Yeah. Brett's face is like, what?
I can't. What?
Yeah, like you're just short-circuiting trying to imagine it, but how?
I wish we had a sound.
I don't. Okay. I'm gonna
Does not compute.
That's all right, Brett. Gaming peripherals. Go.
LG. That's all I know that works.
Gold Star?
Have you had bad experiences in the past with Mad Cats or anything like that?
Oh yeah, Mad Catz destroyed 2 of my Dreamcasts. So that was
shit!
fun.
Did you use their memory cards?
Nope, I used their controller, and when I plugged it in, it short-circuited the controller port. At which point, I didn't realize what had happened. I just knew my Dreamcast had died, so I bought another one and plugged it in. And it short-circuited too, and then I realized what the fucking problem was.
See, and you people wonder why gaming peripherals get bad raps, especially fucking Mad Cats, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why it's unbelievable now. Like, I have a Street Fighter 4 fight stick that they made, and it's actually really good. That shit's never broken. It worked really well, and it's well made, and I couldn't believe it. Like, my mind was blown. Like, they make shit. You heard it here. And also, I'd say stay away from Nyko. I had third-party Wii remote batteries from them, rechargeable. Those shits swelled up like they were gonna explode one day. So just stay away from Nyko's shit. Their intercoolers are terrible. I had a 360 intercooler. I think it lasted about a week before that shit just burned out. So I stay away from their stuff now.
Brian, any peripherals and stuff?
I tend to stick to Logitech and Corsair. That's pretty much my go-to stuff because they're pretty like decent quality, pretty rugged. There's nice selection of stuff, so that's pretty it. And I generally tend to avoid third-party like console controllers because they're just shit. I still remember just going like to a friend's house and then just having to pick up that one controller that was like, yeah, I don't want to play with this controller. Like, you might just fall apart on me.
Yeah, man.
It's like he has a bunch of DualShock 3s and that one Pelican controller. You're like, God damn it!
Nobody wants the Pelican.
Oh man! And also, if you go to GameStop and buy a controller, make sure they do not give you their fucking cheap, shitty branded controllers. You get a genuine. If you go there for an Xbox controller, make sure that shit says Microsoft on it. Do not buy their brand of controllers ever.
True.
Yeah, man. All right. Next question here, or last question from Maximum Graphics. What's your opinion on Treyarch's decision to make all campaign missions in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 unlocked from the start? While Treyarch says they want to give players flexibility on how to consume the content, it looks to me that they are blatantly disregarding the single-player aspect of the game. That's why they hand the end game to you without having you work for it. I know that single-player isn't really the biggest draw of the COD franchise. To be honest, I couldn't care less. And he said I couldn't care less. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Can we get a round of applause, please, Tony?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got to do that. Because remember, I'm reading these questions. I have my shit ready here. Because you know most people are, man. So he goes, to be honest, I couldn't care less about Call of Duty, but imagine if this happened to your beloved game franchises. How would you feel? We kind of talked about this last time, but yeah, it's kind of, we didn't know about this, though. Like, apparently they just unlocked the entire thing for you. I guess you can just skip to the final chapter and just play the final mission.
Who's the special guest star in this game?
I don't know.
It's not Kevin Spacey or Angela Bassett. You know,
Isn't
Goldberg.
It is Angela Bassett. I think
it's Angela Bassett this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you can see the whole how Angela Bassett went bad. I don't know.
I actually have no problem with this at all, because for one, it's completely optional. You know, like the option to just go to the end is there for you, but if you want to just go through like as normally, then you can still do that. So to me, I don't see that as a problem. And two, like, what other form of media in general locks you to like the linear path of a game, like with TV, movies, books, songs, whatever. Like, you skip to the end, like if you want.
You can't do that if you go see.
You can't do that.
You can't do that if you go see Avengers on opening night, man.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like the media that you take home with you. You know, like you can like the purchase media that you take home. Yeah. Like you can do that. So, like, to me, this thing is just not really a problem. And plus, it only affects you and your experience. So it's totally up to you whether or not you want to do that to yourself. I think it doesn't cost any money at all. So again, I'm finding hard reasons to say no to this. You know,
I think he doesn't like the idea of it. I think that's what it is. I think he's trying to say that it sends a bad message that the single player is not necessary. I think that's what he's trying to get at.
Or maybe people just don't want to slog through the single player. Like, have you ever thought about how many times people just put down a game because they can't get past a particular boss? Like, look at me and Bloodborne. Like, I can't get past Rom, and I've like put it down for the time being. Like, I'd love to go past him, but like I am stuck here, and until I get past that, then like to me, it's technically game over in the real world.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of seeing it. Me personally, I'm just being honest. I don't care. I don't care. It's Call of Duty. Like, I don't give a shit. And let's just, hypothetically speaking, if let's say Metal Gear was like, okay, here's the entire game, go to skip to any mission. Okay, that's cool. That's a nice choice, but I would just play it. Even Assassin's Creed, I'm playing it now. Gave me that choice. Hey, just skip the chapter. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna keep playing the game. That's normal. So you're right. It's a choice. It doesn't really affect you. So you don't have to skip to the end. If you're even going to play the single player in Call of Duty. If you have the last gen version, you're not going to get single player at all.
Yeah, I think that's why they don't care. I think that's another reason. I mean, they cut it out of the last gen version altogether, so it just shows you how much they care about it. They really don't.
I thought it was back in there.
It was?
Like, that's what I remember hearing at some point, that it was back in there for some odd reason. But
really?
Cut down to the frame.
We gotta look at. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I mean, but it's just them just phasing out single player completely from Call of Duty, because let's just be honest, no one really cares about single player in Call of Duty.
Here's the thing, a lot of people don't care about it, but the thing is that what would people say if, obviously we've seen what people say when they cut it out.
No, but the thing is, But this is Call of Duty. Remember, Call of Duty is a different beast altogether.
If they were, here's the thing: have they even released a Call of Duty without the single player?
This current.
Have they put this to?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Other than the last gen, have they ever done it?
No, not yet.
The thing is that we've seen what games without the single player do.
Oh no, we've seen it, but again, Call of Duty, you know how.
Yeah, Call of Duty's a formula. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shooter, man. It's just the same thing over and over again. So this is not evolved. This is not something new where they're like, oh, and by the way, we don't have single player, and then you like, but this is all you got. You know, this is Call of Duty, man. They have their fan base, their hardcore, they have their formula, and they keep churning it out. You know, it's just like a factory.
Yeah, Call of Duty fans are not like normal gamers. They're something else completely different.
They are creatures from the darkness.
All right. Anybody else have any thoughts on this?
Don't care.
Yeah. See, Brett, Brett, I'm having the same problem. I just don't give a shit. I really don't care.
And wasn't that my answer to like the first question? It's like, what did I stop playing? What didn't I like? I said Advanced Warfare. I'm like, I don't care about Call of Duty. So
there you go. All right. Next up, my man Keon Mitchell. What do you guys think Sony will show at Paris Games Week?
Morpheus.
They will bring out Morpheus. Literally.
Literally bring out Morpheus.
They will literally bring out Morpheus. Lawrence Fishburne will lose weight, and he will stuff his fat ass in a coat, and he'll be like in a leather coat, and he'll be like, "This is Morpheus."
No, well, as long as he says that, Zion, hear me.
He'll pull out 2 pills, and one will be Morpheus, and then one will be PlayStation VR.
Yeah, PlayStation VR. Choose one. What else are they going to show? Like Sony kind of blew their load already.
At the Tokyo Game Show thing, they really went. They had a lot of things that were coming.
Yeah, like what are they going to show? They're going to show more Uncharted 4. Like what else do they have?
All the games that they didn't show at Tokyo Game Show.
Last Guardian. Yeah, they're not going to show that shit.
That one with the mecha dinosaurs. Maybe
Horizons. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7, maybe. Maybe they'll announce
an announcement for
announce an announcement of an announcement.
Gran Turismo 7, maybe. Like people have been asking for that since Blizzard Digital only make the same game since forever. I mean, what other game has Blizzard Digital made apart from Gran Turismo?
That's all they make, man.
They're worse than 3.
They made that weird. They made that weird cartoon. That weird cartoon racing game where all the cars distort.
What was that?
For PlayStation.
Was that Automodelista?
It was like called Cartoon Racer or something like that for PlayStation.
Hold on, Brian. What did you say? They're worse than what?
They're worse than 343.
Yeah,
only make Halo.
Well, 343 was made to make Halo. They might as well just call them the Halo Studio.
Yeah, why didn't they just call them Halo? Seriously.
Exactly. It's called Halo. Yeah, Brian. I just want to make sure people heard that joke because that was gold.
they could have called it the Covenant. Covenant Games.
Like we know what 343 is all about. And Polyphony, that's all they do. They just make Gran Turismo all day, every day. That's all they do.
I'll throw out my one hope for every Sony show or Sony conference. It's like Siphon Filter. Give it to me. I always thought I'm gonna throw it out till E3, and even after that, if they don't give it to me, I'll be like, Siphon Filter? Is it coming, guys? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Like, damn it, they didn't talk about it.
What are the chances of because it's already in development, the new God of War game? Any chance of that at Paris, or is that an E3 type of thing?
I'm guessing that they'll say that for the one in December. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The PlayStation Experience. Yeah.
Man, Sony has a lot of shit going on this year. Like so, that's why I'm like really a show. See, Brian, half the games you mentioned, I don't think you're gonna show any of those. They're too big.
Or maybe just like announce them then, and then show them. Like announce them, show a trailer, and then show off gameplay at the Sony thing.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Who knows?
You're going to show No Man's Sky. Yes.
Yes, No Man's Sky. Why do we sound like we're eating grape poupon?
I don't know.
If they show any more of that game, then I'll just start hating it because I'm just like, just give us the game already. Just stop. Like, how long have they been showing us like the game for? Like 2 years now?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've decided to put Joe Danger in No Man's Sky.
Yeah, like I was excited for No Man's Sky, but now I'm getting kind of like bored with it. I'm like, okay,
No
just
more
put it out.
Sky for now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
What? I'm trying to think. What else could they bring out that's exciting? I had an idea, but I forgot. Did I say Shenmue already?
No,
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
but now you did.
You could
There we
say,
go.
you could say Shenmue, even though none of us who've actually all the people who've actually supported the game have not seen any of Shenmue.
I'm just gonna say now. I have a feeling Shenmue 3 is not gonna happen. I think that's just not gonna happen.
Are you just
So we'll
saying?
call the new Last Guardian.
Yeah,
Are you
Last
saying-
Guardian. Yeah,
Are you saying that Yu Suzuki doesn't have it in him anymore?
it's not that. It's the Kickstarter aspect of it. I don't trust it. We've seen too many failures with this thing now. You know, so I'm gonna not be surprised if it doesn't happen.
Well, he's gonna have to issue the biggest refund in crowdsource history if
Yeah,
that doesn't
exactly.
happen.
You better make it happen.
Yeah.
Just people may not like it.
Yeah. Anybody else? What do you think they're gonna show? I think Brian pretty much covered all the big ones.
Yeah, I said PlayStation VR. I think that's what they're gonna show.
Yeah, for the French, we like VR, virtual reality.
Here, put these glasses on. You won't have to look at each other.
Yeah, right. You bastards hate each other. Right, Brett, is there another thing you don't care about?
I actually have no idea what is even going to be there. I haven't been following this show particularly, so I don't unfortunately have much to add on this subject.
Yeah.
See now,
Hey, just like me, dude. I'm like, what are they gonna show? They showed everything already.
Does anyone know when like the past week is and when Bloodborne expansion comes out? Because if Bloodborne is after, that might show like footage from that.
Well, the Paris Games Week is before Bloodborne because Bloodborne's in December, and this is like coming up shortly, actually, I believe. Like within the next
so
couple
Brett,
weeks.
more Bloodborne.
Ooh.
ooh.
All right, I'm interested. You got me.
I found the
Touche,
Brett button now.
salesman.
I can now
and-
sell Brett
yeah.
like anything I want now. Like, hey Brett, do you like this cologne? It's Bloodborne.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Smell like a hunter.
Smell like a hunter.
Dirty French bastards.
Did you ever see? This is totally unrelated, but did anybody notice that when you get more insight that the song in the Hunter's Dream changes?
Really?
Yes, the song changes from like it sounds like it's played by a violin, and then it changes to like a choir singing the same song.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, not that. The Paris Games Week is tomorrow.
What?
Oh
Oh.
shit! Okay, we're gonna be talking about that on Throwdown this week.
Was that Phantom Dash?
Yeah.
Thank
Actually,
you,
not.
Phantom
Yeah.
Bash.
It was the Phantom Vash, but I'm gonna thank him anyway. Phantom Vash is awesome.
Oh.
Damn, okay, yeah, because I'm like, it's 26th, 27th. Oh shit, that's tomorrow. So we will find out more. All right, moving on here.
By de facto, thank you, Phantom Bash.
Yes. Of course. What are your thoughts on Microsoft's hardware sales being down 70% as compared to this time last year? Now, I know you guys want me to say it's because no one cares about the Xbox One. No, I'm going to just give you the honest truth. No one's buying 360s anymore. Same thing's happening to Sony. Those hardware sales are going down because no one's buying the last-gen consoles. Remember, last year, same time, people were still buying last-gen consoles. Now they're not, so the sales have dropped down. So it's not that big of a deal. You know, it's to be expected. The software sales, remember, this all came from NPD, have gone up. It's just the hardware sales went down. But if you look at hardware sales for current gen, they're going up. This is overall, you know. So it's not a cause for concern. It's just people aren't buying 360s. That's what's going on here. I know some of you guys are like, oh, that's it. Yeah, go ahead, Brian. I know you know what I'm. You know, you guys are, oh, Xbox, man, they suck, man. They're not selling nothing, man. Sony's better. Fuck them. No. It's just because people aren't buying 360s, man. That's all it is.
It's just how console sales go. Like after a while, they just like they peak, not peak off, but they slow down and then just like reach like a norm, like an average, and that's what's going on. It's to be expected. That's what they do. Same thing happened when Sony released the PS3 Slim. It like reached like 1 million like first week, and then second week did barely a third of that, and then second week like even less, and then just like reached like a norm. So it's to be expected. It's
Yep.
cause for concern when they sell less than expected, or when they just dip to like a third of average sales for the last month or for the last 12 months. That's when there's cause for concern. But this to be expected. To be honest, it's
Exactly.
just sales numbers. That's what they do. Just look at anything that sells. Like you'll notice that it just starts off high, then just go down low, and then just stays like at a steady norm.
Yep, that's pretty much that. And the last question here. At this point, what will be your possible game of the year contenders? We answered one about what is your game of the year so far, but this is contenders. So multiple games we could talk about. Promise is easy. Fucking Metal Gear, Bloodborne, and Batman. Those are my contenders for game of the year. Like if you're gonna talk about game of the years, you gotta throw those three in there for sure. Brian, I know what you're gonna say, so I'm gonna get you in here now.
I'd say Witcher 3 for one. Bloodborne, another one. And I want to say Dying Light, but the ending just pissed me off.
Yes.
I mean, truthful, the ending just pissed me off, so I can't really say it. That's about it. I haven't played that many games that came out this year so far. Let me just
I'm
hop
the same
on
boat.
over, see in case I missed something came out this year.
All right, while you're doing that, Chris, get in here.
Well, I've said multiple times that Metal Gear Solid 5 right now is my game of the year. So I haven't, like, the year's not over, but I'm saying that right now. I say contenders, even though with the ending of Dying Light, I put Dying Light on that list. I put Batman on that list. Bloodborne for sure, for damn sure. Trying to think what else.
Yeah, this year's been. I haven't played that many games. I think I played maybe 10 games total this year.
I put The Witcher 3 on there. I'm guilty of not finishing The Witcher 3, but I liked what I played so far.
Right,
I have to finish it. It's in the backlog, the one that I can't manage.
Manny, what do you say?
Bloodborne, Metal Gear, and
No Batman, right? Because of the driving.
yeah, Batman. Batman. I liked Batman, but at the same time, I wouldn't consider it a game of the year. I feel like it was a little. I just felt the game was missing something that the last game iteration and the last two iterations of that series have. It's in no way worse or anything, but I just don't feel that it's a game of the year quality sort of thing.
Even with the ending.
Even with the ending, yeah.
That ending was pretty cool. I'm like, oh,
it's a cool ending, but I feel like it's okay, sure. Here's the thing. The ending, to me, the ending, yes, it's cool and all, but I also feel like we've kind of done that ending before. In fact, one of the movies deals with that ending.
Yeah, but not so much. You would never see the comics just full on do that. They never do that shit.
No, they do it. They do it, and then
in an alternate world, they bring it back. Yeah.
No, they'll do it right, and then they will not follow through.
Yeah, that's the problem.
The story will end, and then we have a reboot, and Batman's back to the way it was. Now that's what makes to me that ending is like it's cool and all, but it's also very safe. Because it doesn't. Because we know
it's not safe at all.
There's not going to be more Batman Arkham. We're not going to be, at least those guys aren't going to be making any Batman Arkham games. And who knows if these guys are just going to reboot it?
Well, yeah, Warner Bros. Want to reboot. To me, I think they did the ballsy thing and done that. It's like, hey, there's a last one. Bam, here you go.
Yeah, I mean, but that's exactly what it is. It's like, hey, here's the last one. Bam, rather than taking the second game in the series and go here, bam, and then we're telling the aftermath, bam.
They're not gonna do that because Rocksteady ain't doing it. Anyway,
just for me, Batman is just kind of more of the same stuff. It's cool and all, but it's still relatively the same game.
All right, Brett.
Still good.
Game of the year contenders.
Obviously Bloodborne, Dying Light. I'm trying to think of what else I played this year that I that really hit home with me, and I'm not coming up with a whole lot.
Dude, it's been a dry year, man. I don't blame you.
Yeah, like yeah, I've been is this including PC games too?
Everything, man.
Yeah, everything.
Not
You know, I really enjoyed Ark, but it's not a finished game.
Yeah, I was supposed to
Although
say
I think it'll, kind of change stuff. I don't think it's doing so yet. So
Kerbal Space Program?
I don't know that actually. I think that released this year.
I don't
That
know.
was last year.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
that's
it's last
okay.
year.
Yeah, because if we're gonna go with games from last year, I'm gonna pick Shadow of Mordor again.
Mordor.
Mordor. All right, let's move on here. Last question. Actually, no, that was the last one. He just goes on as always. Thank you guys for your hard work and consistency. P.S. Great work on the Assassin's Creed. Yo, go ahead, Brian.
Nope, my correction came out this year, April 27th.
Okay, so Kerbal Space Program. There
Oh,
you
okay.
go. There you go,
I'd
bro.
do Kerbal Space Program since it officially released this year.
There you go.
How hard would you do it?
Oh, quite hard. Quite hard. I'd have to stage it.
Oh man.
Space
and then he
you don't know.
And then he goes on to thank me for my Assassin's Creed video. Thank you. I was not happy with that video, but that's the best out of the 3 I've recorded because my PC sucks. I used to blame the Elgato. No, it's my fucking PC. Like the Elgato takes like 4 gigs of RAM, right, to work, and my PC has a total of 5 gigs. So yeah, I need a new shit. That's all. Yeah, that's what's going on there.
But Tony, does that mean when you get a new computer, you will be getting some PC games?
Let me slap you right now. Stop that.
I am speaking for the masses.
Yeah, I know you are. Because as soon as I said, I'm like, hey guys, I need a new PC that's gonna, be able to render and edit videos. And I'm like, oh, you can play games on it, right? Like, yeah, I know, but shut up.
It's just a matter of time.
Here's the thing, guys. There's gonna be there's only one way to get Sony to do this stuff, and it's for him to figure it out on his own. And sometimes he can be very difficult about it.
Yeah, you know my hard-headedness.
Exactly. So if it happens, let him figure it out on his own, and then he'll be like, "Damn, these are really cool." Leave it alone.
All right, moving on here. Himdeal, thank you for coming back. I haven't seen questions from you in a while. He goes, communities dropped on PS4 with the last update, and sight unseen, I thought they'd be lame. This is until I tried them. I am able to connect with active players that are not on my friends list who are still playing games I love, like Bloodborne. It's a great way to connect with game communities, and it's like a Facebook group for a specific game. I know Tony mentioned he wasn't feeling them a few episodes back. Any additional thoughts from Throwdown crew on PS4 communities? Have all of you explored them any further? Yeah, my opinions haven't changed. I think it's a Facebook group basically, and I'm like, I barely go into those. It's just a giant message board, dude. It's such a wasted opportunity, man. They could have structured it so much better. It just makes things more convoluted and annoying than it really needs to be. Like, you know what PlayStation community means to me? I get 50,000 messages when I log in every time. New post on this, new post on that, new post on this, because I was an idiot and I signed up to every single one that every one of you guys invited me to. So just getting swamped with messages, and then I go to read, and it's like, no one's really saying anything that important. So yeah, you know what it is? I like the idea behind PlayStation communities. I just don't like the way it's implemented. The way it's implemented is just a giant PlayStation chat room, which we already have. There's no difference except for the layout. So my opinion hasn't changed on them. Has anybody else tried it here?
I haven't had enough time to explore it or even look into it, unfortunately. I think it's an interesting idea, but I also don't like the idea of getting a bunch of random messages about dudes getting trophies and bullshit like that.
Well, it's not that. It's just like, somebody posts something new in the whatever group you belong to, you're gonna know about it. It's not like you're gonna know what trophies they get or whatever activities they're doing. It's just anything specific to that chat room.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad that you enjoy it though.
Do I?
No, our fan.
Yeah, that's good. I know we have a coalition community. I thought it was cool, the whole idea. The community is just awesome. I go in there, I'm like, oh, it's just a chat room. Have any you guys tried it?
Mm-mm. To be honest, no. I'm a grandpa. I just chat with my buddies. It's like I have Brett in a room, you in a room, whatever. I know you guys. Like, who are these strangers? What is this?
Yeah.
Who are...
Who are you?
I've-
What's going on? What is this?
Speaking of which, I've been getting a lot of PlayStation. Because guys, I don't really promote my my gamer tag or anything like that. So as of late, I've been getting a lot of friend requests from a bunch of random people, and I think it might be because of my FOB. Of the forward operation made from Metal Gear.
Probably very true.
And you've declined all of them, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I've declined all of them. The thing is, I like to keep it just to the folks I know or I've had contact with, because then you have people like certain people that Tony has on his list.
Which
I will not name, but yeah.
Oh man, me, nope. I got an open door. Come on. All right, man. Next up,
my door's never open, and if you knock, I'll make believe I'm not home.
All right. Last but not least, Phantom Vash. He goes, first off, welcome back, Brian. He's happy to see you.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
And I want to welcome back Phantom Vash. He's been missing for the last couple of weeks. So
where you been, Phantom? You have been a Phantom.
Welcome back, Phantom Vash.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Welcome back, Brian. Welcome back, Phantom Vash, man. Everybody's coming back tonight. All right. First question is, what is the best score? Hey, pop culture questions. We haven't gotten these in a bunch of weeks.
Yeah, thanks, Phantom Vash.
All right. What is the best score created by John Williams? Also, what is your favorite individual song composed by him? I like this question.
Well.
So it separates two things. What do you think is the best song he's done, and what is your personal favorite?
Let's see. The best song I have to, the song I've always liked is the song for the Battle of Hoth on in Empire Strikes Back. It goes like this.
Yes.
That song. The song's awesome. Best soundtrack. Ooh, that's a hard one. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Well, he didn't say soundtrack, but why not? You could throw soundtracks in there.
That's the best. That's at least my favorite one.
Yeah, this is a tough one because there's so many songs. I know my favorite individual song is I don't know the exact name of it because it's just a variation of the main Star Wars theme. But you know the one where Luke is looking at the twin sun setting and stuff. That specific song that plays there, I really like that song. I kind of
the one with the bugle.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna say the best because I'm gonna know because it's definitely like the most memorable and stuff. Star Wars is more memorable probably too. The fucking Superman theme. That shit is like a super classic.
Yeah. You ever notice the similarities between the love theme of Superman and the love theme from Star Wars?
Would you like to sing them?
I get them both. Here's the thing: you get them both. Try to remember them, and you'll always remember the opposite one.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Okay. The love theme from Superman is like there's that.
Yeah.
And then now try to think of the love song from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing.
Yes. I can't do it right now because all I hear right now is the love theme from Superman.
Yeah. All right, Chris, get in here, man.
I'd have to say my favorite soundtrack that he did was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Since we're talking about that, yeah, I'm throwing my hat in that one too. Overall soundtrack, yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark for sure, man.
Raiders was my favorite. The Indiana Jones music is great. I'd say one of the pieces that stays with me is the Map Room song when he goes in, and that song is amazing, right? Like I love that whole movie, and the soundtrack is just amazing. I still think of it. I'll never say Star Wars. Don't ask me. About Star Wars. But yeah, he's done a lot of music. I mean, Superman. I remember that. But yeah, the Indiana Jones music, especially Raiders of the Lost Ark, is fantastic. And I love like Jurassic Park. Also, he did a great score for that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Brett.
Damn you, Chris, for jumping at the last second with my answer. I was probably going to say Jurassic Park. Like, I I feel like the Star Wars music is memorable, but it's kind of it kind of goes in almost a sci-fi bent. Like even if you're just listening to it, like this kind of is a sci-fi kind of score. So I don't know that I would count that as the most memorable. Indiana Jones, awesome choice. Somehow it just you know you're like even if you've forgotten the song, you're like this sounds like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But I have to give it to Jurassic Park because everybody knows the Jurassic Park theme song and everybody hums it to themselves a little bit when they see a T-Rex.
Yeah, even though some people at New York Comic Con this year got tired of that theme because, Brett, remember the entrance? They had the giant Jurassic World thing, right? Like the whole thing. Like if you're entering Jurassic Park, playing that song all the time for the entire weekend.
Okay.
Me, I didn't get sick of it. I'm like, hell yeah, Jurassic Park, let's go. People were like, man, I'm sick of that song and I love it.
Yeah, well, how are they not tired of that? But how much Star Wars music have we heard? It's like Star Wars is not memorable because I can't get away from it. It's everywhere.
Everything.
There's a new movie coming out. I mean, I swear, you open a can of Campbell's soup with Darth Vader on it, and it plays the goddamn Imperial March when you open the can. I cannot escape Star Wars music.
Yeah,
I think they mean
it's so ubiquitous now, man.
I really
everywhere.
think it's kind of like when they it's a good thing that when they released episode 1, they had that other song that he created, the Duel of the Fates. So
Yeah,
if
man,
you
that
didn't
was
need
awesome.
to constantly listen to the Star Wars theme, you kind of listen to the Duel of the Fates, that thing,
By the way, for all this shit the prequels get, the music was fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, he did the music.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Duel of Fates, man, that's a great one right there. Brian, go ahead. What do you say?
Jurassic Park, dinosaurs. All arguments are invalid. That's
Thank you.
Are you kidding? No, I'll put Indiana Jones over Jurassic Park any day.
Yeah, I'll put
take
it with Indiana Jones.
30s pulp action adventure fighting Nazis over dinosaurs.
Really, Chris? Really?
Yeah, really.
man.
Over dinosaurs?
Any day. Hey, I'll arm for it, man.
Over dinosaurs.
That's right. I'll
Over
take a leather
dinosaurs.
jacket and a whip and punching Nazis any day.
Over a scene where like raptors fight a T-Rex, and the T-Rex just destroys them all and then roars as the banner just falls down.
Yes.
Well,
Really?
I'll take that over two kids hacking a system that fucking two supercomputer geniuses couldn't figure out. Gee, this is like a Unix system, really? I never seen Unix look like that, Brian. Have you?
Yes. That's not dinosaurs though, so that doesn't count.
All right. Next question, or this is a fun one. If you could have any arcade cabinet put in your house free of charge, what would it be?
We've been saying this about Tony because he lives in the projects. In the projects, you don't pay electricity, so he could theoretically have an arcade cabinet in there and not have to worry about it.
This is a tough one. I have
Dude,
like,
Street Fighter 2, man.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, man. The thing, I want Street Fighter 2. I want Mortal Kombat, the first one. Darkstalkers, but I could only pick one. Fuck it. Street Fighter 2 it is, man. You right, man. You know me.
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2, come on. That's classic right there, man. That's like the ultimate.
But the thing is, here's the thing. Would it be Super Street Fighter 2?
I would probably go with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the
Super
ultimate
Street
one.
Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yeah.
And I let that intro run just play all day, man. You know? Oh no, not that one.
Oh no! Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
That one.
Before that, the silent one with "Winners Don't Do Drugs." You need that.
Yeah.
Then you get to the music.
You know what I would actually like, even though not a serious answer, but Marvel Superhero Street Fighter just for that intro. Are you ready, true believers? Capcom and Marvel have joined forces to bring you the greatest fighting game ever. All right, let me stop this madness. Manny, you go now.
Let's see. The three screened X-Men Konami game.
Oh shit.
That one.
That would be pretty awesome.
That would be awesome.
All right.
It's just called X-Men, the arcade game.
Yeah, it's not the one. Welcome to Die.
Welcome to Die. I am Magneto, master of magnet.
All right, Chris, go ahead.
It's a tough one. Yeah, this is a tough one, man.
Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter.
Yeah, I kind of like because like Street Fighter was like, man, I played that like every day in high school, man. After I would go to the bodega and play it there, the arcade cabinet. But it's like other stuff that I enjoy too. Like I want to say I want a House of the Dead cabinet, you know? Because I loved House of the Dead too. Like in college, like they had a cabinet there with the guns. I loved playing that. Like when I was stressed out, like I'm gonna just shoot some zombies.
Take that, Professor, whatever your face is.
This is what I think of organic chemistry, you undead son of a bitch.
So we're not gonna get any love for the Aerosmith shooting game.
In the Revolution X.
Yeah, no, not that one.
Dude, in Virtua Fighter 2, man. Give me that shit. All right, Brett, what about you, man?
Mech Warrior?
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
I've never seen a cabinet of Mech Warrior.
No?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. That's pretty interesting.
I'm trying to remember. I might be misnaming the game. What is the mech game made by Miyazaki?
What, Armored Core?
Armored Core. Pretty
Oh,
sure.
Now I'm thinking about Virtua On, man. Take that too. And man, now you got that Street Fighter theme stuck in my head.
Not sure it's Armored Core either.
Is it Front Mission?
I don't know. Give me a minute to Google.
No, it's Armored Core. It's Armored Core.
Is it Armored Core?
Yeah, From Software makes Armored Core. Yeah.
Well, no.
awesome.
I forget what the fucking name of it. I used to go and play this arcade game all the time where you'd actually sit in, you had the dual joysticks, and it was like a mech fighting game, and you could pop the joysticks to the sky or to the side and pump your nitro boosters and kind of skirt along and then shoot forward and attack with grenades or swords and shit.
Are you sure it wasn't Virtua On?
I don't know. I'm checking.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like Virtua On.
It might be.
Virtua On was fucking awesome, man. Yeah, so while he's looking, we could rattle off more arcade games. Yeah, pretty much anything by Capcom, man.
Yeah, most like Capcom games.
Yeah, I love the 4-player beat-em-ups. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Kanafi game.
Shit, yeah, man.
That was fantastic. Manny mentioned the X-Men game. I liked Captain Marvel and not Captain America and the Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't know if he said
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yep, Tony, you're right. It was Virtual On.
Virtual On, man.
I get all my mech games confused. But
that's good old Sega right there.
That's Sega right there. Sega was the master of the arcade back in the day, man. Yeah. Daytona USA, Sega Rally.
Daytona. I mean, I loved House of the Dead. That's Sega also.
Yeah, man.
Time Crisis is that Konami?
No, that's Namco.
That's Namco. Sorry.
Namco.
Daytona. I got that second man. No way. You guys saw the video where the guy redid the song, right? He just that guy was hyped too, man.
He was having fun. He's like, I got a job.
Now we fry away with his broken ass English. Brian, what about you? Have you played arcade games like at all?
Not many at all. I've never had a chance to. But if I had my pick, I'd go for Time Crisis. That would seem like fun. And to stay modern, I'd say Tekken, any of them. Most likely Tekken 7, since I'm still waiting for that to come out.
Dude, Time Crisis is that one game. We still have it in our movie theater. Like that shit's been there forever, man. Yeah, the Midway Theater. That shit's been there forever, man.
They also have a Dragon Ball Z game, might I add.
But no,
that wasn't really released here in the United States.
Yeah, but yeah, that Time Crisis is still there. It's crazy. All right, and the last question here. What are your thoughts on the confirmation that the Hulk will be appearing in Thor Ragnarok? Why not?
Sure.
So, yeah, here's my thing. Hey, Thor and Hulk won't be in Civil War, right? So give them a movie together. Why not?
Yeah, they're gonna go on a journey. Maybe it'll be like Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah, I just want to see the Hulk like beating up on like trolls and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, frost giants.
What is this troll you have brought back to Thor?
What? Why is he gonna talk all of a sudden?
No, it'll be like, what is this troll you have brought back from the
Oh yeah, they'll think of Hulk like this. He is not no troll. He is my ally, Hulk.
thou is thy friend.
Yeah, that was my friend Hulk of Asgard. Hulk. He'll finally talk.
Smash.
Hulk smash.
I think it's an okay idea. I just don't see how it'll like work in there because I'm not too sure of the exact event of Ragnarok in the comic books, but isn't that when things happen?
Yeah, Ragnarok is literally the death of the gods. So
It is the end of days for the gods.
So I'm gonna guess Hulk kills them all. There you go.
Who killed all the gods?
Or maybe Hulk saves them all. He just punches the world serpent right in the face.
I was about to say,
like,
he punches the great serpent. Oh, you have averted my death, friend Hulk.
Yeah. Ooh, or maybe that's how they work in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Since with the Thor films, they can be like a lot more spacey than like normal films. So maybe some reason the Guardians are, I don't know, just flying around somewhere. And
but isn't Asgard like hard to get to? Like that's like a pocket dimension.
Well, not Asgard as such, but like one of the worlds or like one of the realms. I don't know the realm names because I just don't know them. But I don't know.
Niflheim.
That's the one. As long as I see like the Hulk being like properly just angry, not just like semi pissed off, then that'll be fine. Like to me, the Hulk has not been angry yet. He's just been semi pissed off.
But don't you know he's always angry?
Yes.
No, but proper angry. Like he in Age of Ultron when like Scarlet Witch just made him like proper just mad Hulk. I want to see that Hulk, not this kind of pissed off Hulk.
I don't know. Chris, you got that shit stuck in my head. I want to see him punching a giant serpent. That's what I want to see.
That's all I could think of because I'm like, hell, he punched that space whale right in the face and stopped that shit. I'm like, that's how he stops Ragnarok. He's just gonna punch the serpent. Right in the face.
Exactly. He's gonna prevent Ragnarok. Yeah, I'm down with it.
Or they do that stupid thing. I hope they don't do the dumb Loki like hypnotizing friggin' Hulk.
Oh yeah, we don't need that. Ooh, Hulk, I will hypnose you now.
Yeah, it's like
everybody's hypnotizing.
I would hypnotize you with my wonderful looks.
And he tried that before. The Hulk just smashed him on the floor like 50 times, like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Remember when he was parading him? That was so satisfying. He just flipped him around.
Yes, I'm Loki.
That's how he should sound. Oh man! All right. Anybody else have any thoughts on this?
How could you go wrong with Hulk in a Thor movie? You know that fight is going to be insane.
Yeah, man.
Right. Whoever he's fighting, it doesn't even matter if he's fighting Asgardians or he's fighting the fucking end of the world. Like it's gonna be insane. Like it doesn't matter. Whatever he's punching, it's gonna be awesome.
He's punching the end of the world.
He's punching the end of the world. He's like, get back in there.
Yeah, man. I'm down with it. All right. All right. So a couple of things here before we wrap up. So we did a spoiler alert.
Yay!
For Metal Gear Solid 5. That'll be up by the time you're seeing this, so be on the lookout for that. We spoil the shit out of it. Even though, like I was telling Manny, like I was a little upset by it because it just became a complain-a-thon for the first half of it. Well, we finished it off talking about all the good stuff. But yeah, check that out. It was all three of us, me, Chris, and Manny, and Mr. Gary Suave. So that was a lot of fun. On Throwdown 58, we're going to have Richard Bailey and Chris here talking about the Halos.
Halo.
You definitely want to, because Richard's been playing the game for the past 2 weeks. The review embargo is lifted now, but he's not going to put it up yet because now they're going to open up the multiplayer. He wants to get the whole thing. I'm not going to spoil anything, but Richard's been saying some interesting things about Halo, and I'm pretty sure a certain somebody's not going to be happy. So we're going to talk about Halo at length this week, man. Ooh, I can't wait. Cannot wait.
My little Halo.
And last but not least, we're going to have a new anime dropping this weekend, Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
So watch Trigun. We're going to be talking about Trigun and the movie. So watch out for that. Good shit. We got a lot of podcasts coming for you, but this week's going to be crazy. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, we're going to talk about Paris Games Week, which I just learned is going to be this week. So should be interesting. So that's that. So let's finish it up. Thank you for watching and listening. Leave us your questions in the comments section on the Coalition or on YouTube. Make sure to follow the Coalition at thecoalition.com. Subscribe to Throwdown on SoundCloud, iTunes, and the YouTubes. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Throwdown Show. Links are available down there in the description below. Once again, our show is Tony Polanco, and tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
Da, 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 da.
Brian Manjoma.
Dinosaurs. Though your argument is invalid.
Yes. Quote that. Chris Seeley.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
And of course, Mr. Brett Murdoch.
It's been real, people.
All right, guys. Later.
Deuces.
Later, people.